So, I don't know where I actually. Let's save this and reopen it. Let's see where I think all the parameters are here. I'm just trying to go through. I made a bunch of templates, and I'm just going through making sure that all of the parameters there. I'm not going to put them into different folders. Just going to leave them all out like that because I feel like there aren't that many. So I'll just, maybe I need to name the colors. Or maybe just the one color, the arrow, and probably put that below everything and just reorganize these three. And then the arrow offset, change that. Hello. Waiting for a video like this? Are you wanting to make progression bars? Is that what you were looking to do? Making progression bars isn't that difficult. I have a bunch of videos. Actually, I don't have a bunch, but I have some videos on the channel talking about making progression bars. But these are slightly different because they draw a bit dynamic. And what I mean by that is there's always going to be this progression that goes from 0 to 1, right, for the whole progression bar. Obviously moves a little bit. But then the amounts are different. So I can like have it start at 10 and go to 10,000, right? So this will still go from 10 to 10,000, and then you have this progression bar in between. And then with this, because I've been working on these for a little while, with this I can also change this. So like let's say I wanted to show like the increase of price over time. So like these crazy GPUs, right? So they, you know, like some GPUs are like crazy money, like $1,500. So the cool thing I can do with this now is I can put here like USD, and then before I can put like a dollar sign, right? So then it will, you know, show up like that, obviously. And then, you know, you can easily just animate if you're in your video talking about the increase in price over time, it'll automatically draw that, right? And then I also added in the ability to put decimal places depending on how big your number is. So like let's just do like 10 as the number. So then I can get like a bunch of decimal places in there as well, right? Depending on what people need. These are like the idea that I was rolling with this so far. So I think how to make this. Yeah, so on my channel I have how to just make a normal bar. I think if you just search like progression bar, I think it should come up on my channel. But this just has like a couple of different parameters in it. And then I made a bunch of different like variations that look a little different. But for now, I'm just going through. So over the course of this stream, you'll see all the different versions that I made. I made them like normal bars, and then I made them circles and stuff. So I'm just going through and making sure that all the stuff in the inspector is properly labeled correctly, and all of the parameters are in the correct order that I want. So that's what I'm doing right now. So let's take a look at this one more time before I change everything. All right, so this color has come to the bottom with the arrow, and then I want this color to come up and maybe put arrow here for the color. Okay, so we'll come over, and then what we're looking for is the offset. So here we'll take this offset, and we'll take all of this. So this is going to actually move down. So I'll put that at the bottom of the list, right? So that just took all of this, put this at the bottom of the list. Now let's take this color, and what is this actually called? So this is input 27. So we'll take these colors and then move them above this, because this is like the background color. So input 27, so that's right here. And we'll go down to here. We'll take these, let's get rid of the space here. And then we want to put this right below height. Right there. So let's take a look at this again. Okay. So adding it up now. We have that color on the above the background color, and then we have this color down here, and I didn't write arrow yet, so let's go and do that quick. So we will go right here, we'll name this, and we'll put arrow, and then I should be done with this one. We can move off to the on to the next one. All right, I think we are set on that, and my vacuum is going crazy outside. Is this a macro? Yeah, this is a macro. There'll be a bunch of these. For this particular set, I believe there's 15. Let's see here. Yeah, I have. I'll have these, and then with all of my stuff, it'll end up on my website for people to download. Okay, so I think this one is good. So let's save that and open up the next one. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm doubting you can, but let's get some more music going here. Okay, so kind of the same look. All my controls are over here, so they're on the wrong page. This one just has like an outline on it. And then is outline color here? Is this outline color? That's the arrow color. That's the outline color there. So outline color, background, and then the main color. Why is my VS Code not highlighted? I don't know what you mean by that. VS Code not highlighted. So I just highlight all, right? I don't know what you mean by why your VS Code isn't highlighted. I don't know what that means. Okay, so I need to move everything over to the other page. So what I really need to do is just go into this one, and I need to take controls, and then I need to switch everything over here to controls. So this common, obviously all of this is on the wrong page. How's everyone's day going so far? All right, so now we're all over here. Nothing's over there anymore. All right, I am actually missing a couple of things. I am missing the controller for the little arrow, right? Because they're using, this is one thing that I really dislike about using shapes. So this is actually using some of the shape nodes to make this little arrow, and its coordinates are completely different than normal coordinates. Even though that it uses the same resolution, its coordinates are completely different. And so with that, because the coordinates are different, when I would go in and, do I not? Oh man, I'm missing a lot of things actually. I don't have the ability to change the size of this. All right. So we'll have to I'm just gonna pull from the other one since they were kind of the same. So come over here, and we have the bar. So we'll take these two, and we'll put them right below decimal. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna do it this way. All right, so we are working on 3, I believe. So I'll pull 3 in, and then we can grab the bar height and width, because that's what I was using, and then we'll come down to star, and we're going to grab its Y offset, right? We'll call that. And then I think that's everything for this. progress, right? Close, yes, save. Now let's open this up again. Actually, close it, don't save, and reopen it. And now those are going to obviously be on the wrong page, but we have the height width, right? So that's the width and the height. And that's what I mean by the positioning. So I can change this positioning, and this has to do with the size, the resolution. But this little like upside down triangle doesn't work that way. So I have to just I couldn't figure out the proper math because it seems like the coordinates are just completely different. So, all right, so what is this? Okay, so those two are together, right? All right, so we'll close that for now. Let's come down and put that there, and then we can do the work that we just did. And I don't like doing I don't like doing a search and replace. I guess I could do it with the quotations, but I don't like doing it because sometimes there's other portions of the macro that'll have it, like the word control. All right. That looks good. Okay. That's the main color. So we'll move the main color up. All right, so I think it's this one. All the background 1 stuff. And we'll move this up to height. Okay. And then this is going to be the outline. All right. Am I changing the right color? Okay, yes. Okay. I think everything is now set up correctly. Everything's looking good. Okay, I think I am done. Oh gosh, why does it say 031? All right, something happened with the naming that got this all messed up. I think I'll have to come back into everything again when I go to add in all of these thumbnails for the UI, which is kind of a pain, but whatever. Oh gosh, why does it say? What's something? What do I put in here? Okay, that's actually a comment that I want to use instead. Right, and then we'll go to 4. And we Let's see how bad 4 is butchered. Is the difference between 3 and 4? Did I duplicate something? Okay, I see. So this one, when you let me go over. It's cutting it out, so whatever the background is, that will be visible. And then for this one, it just maintains whatever the color of the numbering is. Oh, because you need to properly set up for dot settings to be viewed as Lua. As you can see up here, it's the Lua icon. And then down here it says Lua. So if you randomly just bring this in, so if I make a new one and I bring it, oh gosh. All right, by default, this isn't going to show up as Lua. I don't even know what it would show up as. I don't know, something like this, right? Or just like text or something. I don't even know what I just did. Hold on a second. Just redo all of that. So this is what it would look like by default when you bring it in, right? And I forget exactly what it's called, but you need .settings files to be viewed as Lua because that's what they are. I forget how to do it though. It's in the settings somewhere. Look up like extension. Oh, what would that be referred to as? Extension markup, I believe it referred to as. Because that's what it's doing here, right? Yeah. Okay. So back to what we were working on with 4. So we bring it in, and let's see if there's any parameters that aren't here that need to be here. Actually, so I need to do the whole process again because I don't have height and width, and I don't have the oh, you know what the other thing I could do too? I could, oh man, does that mean I have to go back and do it for all the others as well? Dang it. I think I'll have to go back and do it for all of these as well. So I'm not going to even touch that. I'm just going to come into here and do it right away. But I don't know what it would be referred to as. It would be in the bar. I think this will work. Hold on a second. Right, and then okay, so this one can't because it's a B spline. Okay, so that makes sense. So we'll go off to 2 now. So I guess I can just actually just go right here. Here we have the bar, and I think I can actually do the corners, and I'm pretty sure that will work correctly. Maybe I need to pull it in again. I guess that's a good thing to add, right? All right. So what we'll do to save time, because I already did everything that I want to, I'm just going to bring this in and then grab this corner rotation, right? Because that's what I want to use. And then we'll go back into 2. And what is our current number here? 31. So for now, I'll just add it at the bottom and just call it 32. Oh gosh. No. I could have sworn I had that already opened. Oh, well, here we go, going through everything else once again. Me wasting time. No, wait, there's a corner. Why are there 2? It's because it already was saved. That's why there was 2. Thought I was opening it, but I really wasn't. All right. So I come back up. Man, I wish I could do like DaVinci Resolve and a side-by-side as well. Make this a bit easier. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rest of it doesn't need it. Fantastic. Now I need to do the order again. All right, let's try this once more. Okay, now we have our corner radius, right? Looks great. Fantastic. Now, do I have every single thing done so I don't have to come back and do this all again? I do. Only thing I need to add now, go to the top, add a little comment in. All right. So for this one, oh gosh, what did I just do? I'm just going to go in and grab this radius. And whatever the last number is, 35. Okay, 36 isn't there. So just add another one there. Let's see, where do I want this to be positioned? Underneath height. We're going to call this 36. Take that, and then right under height. There's height. Put it right there. Copy. All right, and add that on. There's our radius. Fantastic. There is one other thing that I could do here, and it is the outline thickness. Could be something that I could make changeable. Making music. I haven't. Ooh. I am no good at making good music. But best of luck with that. Yeah, I'm not sure why your stuff is underlined with errors. I'm not sure what underlining, what causes something to be underlined. Because if I just write some stuff, I don't get any type of underlines, right? Like that would never work in anything. I don't get any type of underline, so I'm not sure what the red is. Alright. So, if I wanted to do a... I don't actually know what controls that. Give me 1 second. Let's go and open up that actual project quick. So, are we working on like 3? Is this the bar for 3? Sure is. Okay, so what would be controlling the outline? So it's this one. Instance bar 1. And the border width. Right? I think so. I don't know what controls go with that though. Okay, so we're just going to try to do this. So we will. So okay, we want to take border width, right? And it's gonna come out of that. What is its default now? This crazy number. So we'll put that in there and let's go back over. And we want this, let's just get it at the bottom for now. And we are on 3, right? Yeah, 3. Okay, so let's see what the last number is here. 35. Okay, 30. No, wait. Did I just add 36 on here? Is this the one? 36. Alright, so this is going to be 37. I think this should work. We'll find out. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Add it. Alright, so now I want to put it right above the outline and call it outline size. Sure. Alright, so name equals outline size. Take all of this, get rid of that space, and we will put this up with 19. Put it above 19 actually. Okay, so there is our outline size. Perfect. Looking great. So now, okay. I think we are good on all of that. looks great. All right, we'll give it a good old save. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself? I'm currently working on a new set of progression bars that will kind of work for anyone. I was going to make progression bars that had, like, a lot of progression bars typically have just like a drop down or an empty area to put something. But I wanted to be able to put like a number that changes over time and have that number be anything. I made a video talking about how to get it to go from like 0 to 100 or whatever. But this allows you to pick a start amount, an end amount, and then we can, at the beginning or end, we can put like a $ sign or a euro sign, whatever currency that you want, if it's a currency thing. If it's temperature, you would be able to put a one of those temperature like circles. I don't know what the actual terminology is called. So we can put stuff before and after. So yeah, because I know like being in the, I think I'm 99% sure Canada's money symbol is the $ sign. It's just that it's Canada dollar, right? So we can put like a $ sign, and then we can put, you know, down here like USD or I don't even know, whatever. Or I think it's CAD, right? I don't know. For Canadian dollar. Anyways, so all the flexibility is there now. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be a percentage. It can be whatever you want. And you can have these numbers go to whatever you want. And then on top of that, I added in a little, so like let's say we were to do dollars, right? But then we wanted to show like cents, right? So we could have it do 2 decimal places as well. So oh, that's the only difference? What little I actually know. Maybe that's something I never really noticed. I think I've noticed both of those, but I didn't know that they represented 2 different things. I thought they were just represented the same thing, just a different style. Interesting. But anyways, you can easily put in any character that your system will allow through DaVinci Resolve. So, is this a playlist? This is just music that I have on, or that I'm just playing off of Epidemic Sound. If you want a free trial of it, you can head over to my website and I can get you a free trial of it. And you can use all this music on YouTube. Well, you can use it anywhere. Yeah. YouTube's super crazy with all of that. Oh, you do want that? All right. So I don't. Give me 1 second. So over on my website here, and I'll give you a little link to it. Boom, there you go. Just click this, and you get a free 30-day trial, and you can use this stuff in any content that you create, if it's paid, monetized, whatever it may be. And then if you're curious about like my streaming equipment that I use, this is that stuff here. And you get more information about it. All right, so where am I at right now? I'm just talking a little bit. All right, so I think we just finished this one, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we have the radius that we changed, right? We have the outline size that we now added. We added everything else on here. I think this one is completed. I think we are happy with its current. Okay, so we are done with that one. Now let's go over to the next one. I have a bunch of these that I need to kind of put the final touches on. Okay, so this was the one that looks just like the previous one, but this one doesn't cut out the color here. So when I change the progression bar, it stays the same color as where the other one, for those that are just joining, I can bring that one back over. If we take a look at this, I was to change this background color. We can see that color through it, and then as the progression bar isn't going over it, we see it like that. Okay, so that's the difference between these two. So outside of that, I think that all of the controls are identical. So I'm just going to try to copy and paste, and hopefully it just works. So we'll just open this up, and hopefully we don't screw anything up. I'll actually just copy this into a new one here for now, and we'll grab all of my inputs all the way down. Let's go over here just in case we screw something up, and then down to here, close, add that on, and let's see how it looks. All right, so it's working, progression bar is working. Change the height of that. Outer is working. All right, so I think everything is working here. All right, look at that, just save some time. Okay, so all right, so we will just take all of that, put it over here, paste it, save it. Done with that one. Actually, we'll just keep that as an empty one for now. Going off to the next one. Alrighty. So this is pretty much the same thing as the previous one, but the numbers obviously follow. And for this control here is slightly different than the other one because it also has the offset continuous, right? So if I move this all the way over here, it's always going to have that offset. I think everything else in here though is the same except for just that one thing. So I can just copy everything, and then I just have to properly set that particular thing up. So to do that, we're going to come in, and I know that that is going to be, I don't remember what it's actually called. So it's this offset here, I believe. No. We'll just copy this, right? We'll put that over here, and then we'll just go back to this one. We'll copy all of this. Bring it in here, just save time. And then what we need to do is the normal center, we need to take out and replace it with that one. So right here, this center. So this is going to be input 10. We'll replace that with this one and just call this input 10. And put that right here, right? And then I think all my controls should be good. Okay, so that is working correct. The defaults are just a little messed up, but that doesn't really matter. Alright, so all this is working. Little nuggets, fine. Is the proper one? Yep. All these colors are changing correctly. Alright. Alright, so that's that one. Save some time for that one. Now let's go down to the next one. Can you make the numbers go in reverse? Bar will always go left to right, but I'm pretty sure I can. So in here, let's just give it a try. So we'll go from negative 100 to, what number do you want to go to? 0? Or you want to just go from 0 to 100, right? So come over here, 100. Progression goes all the way over to 0. So it does go negative. Can I create a gradient with a background node? Hold on a second. I find a break in view zoom in. How do I fix? I find a break in zoom in. So you can make, you can take a background and you change the style to gradient, right? And that'll give you different controls. So just look at that. And so you can obviously pick whatever colors you want, right? So we can do that, but I don't know what you mean by it breaks when you zoom in. I'm not sure what that means. So I can have it go into a transform. I can zoom in on it, right? I'm not sure what you mean by it breaks. Maybe you have to explain that a little differently and it might be able to help you along those lines. Okay. So, what are my requirements for this? So this is just like the previous one. Obviously, its default size is a little bit different. Maybe it's a glitch. Yeah, it could be. No worries. Maybe type it in with different terminology, and maybe Google Translate can do it a little different. That's always like something that I'm always super like concerned with using Google Translate is like the vocabulary that I use, it might not be able to translate correctly, or sometimes I've heard that like grammar isn't the best with Google Translate because it just uses whatever your grammar is. So English grammar is a lot different than other languages. So. All right. So requirements for this one. I can copy over everything. I don't need the triangle control, and I don't need the triangle color. So that's super easy to remove because it's just using a shape. So, do I want to do it that way though? Alright, so I think what I'll do instead is we'll just go into here and we will open. Then I need to pick it. What number are we in? 6? Alright, so here we are in 6. So I need to go into bar. And then in bar, we need to get radius. We need height and width. And that's all we need from bar. Was there anything else that we've been adding? We also need, I believe it's in this one. I hope it's from this one. We need the border width. Is there anything else? I think that was everything. Okay, so we'll go close, save, reopen this now. See how we're looking. Okay, so we have the border. The radius looks to be correct. We got to make this a little bigger. Okay, so that's controlling both. So that's good. All right, so everything's here. I just need to move its location. So, like we've been doing, I'm going to take control, go through this whole list, and anything that is on the comment page, we want to take it over to the control page. All right, so we're good on that. Now let's bring that back in. It looks like everything's here. Now we just need to mess around with organization potentially. All right. So we have the border width. Is this the border color? Okay, so that's the border color. Have I been calling it that with the others? Man. What was I calling it here? Outline. So instead of border, we're calling it outline. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh gosh, what happened here? There we are. Alright. So the border width. Name equals outline size. Outline color. All right. And let's change the order. Move. Oh man, I gotta switch all of them around. Okay, so take this down to here. Take these out. We're going to drop that down to the bottom of our list, and then we're going to take center radius and all of this and move it up. So center radius, then all of color 1, take all of that out, move the space, and we're going to go up to decimal, which is right here. Boom. All right. Why does this look completely different? Don't tell me I was in the wrong one. Am I not viewing the right one? Okay, there we go. Jeez. I was a little scared there. Okay, so I think that was everything. I think we are looking good here. Oh, I want to move the height. I want to move these two up. I don't know where they were in these others. Okay, they were like way up above the quarter radius. So move these two up to here. All right. Height and width is what we're looking for now. So here we are, height and width. Easy. And we want to go up to decimal right here. Copy all of that, throw that in. All right, everything is looking good. Is it possible to import data in a form of a table spreadsheet? Yes, it is possible. You can use like Google Sheets. You could probably use like CSVs and stuff like that. I don't remember where I seen a tutorial on how to do it. It is possible. If you search around, you will definitely find it. There are a lot of like sporting events that will have like stats, and they will get it auto-populated from like a Google spreadsheet. There are a bunch of steps because you are obviously working with an external source. And I don't have a tutorial on my website, but I know that there is a tutorial online somewhere. I wish I, knew exactly where it was, but I personally don't. I do apologize for that. I think what I actually should probably start doing is when I find these super complex tutorials, I think I just thought of something else that I need to do as well. But the tutorials I need to, no, never mind. I need to just make a blog post about it instead of doing it myself, just kind of like citing it and talking about it, just so I have it on my website. So it's a lot easier for me to find when people ask questions like that. Okay, so I think this one is completed. The only thing that I need to do, which I didn't do for a couple of these, it seems. So confused what's going on. I sewed code and immediately got lost. Come on, you don't know how to read this stuff? I'm just joking. I'm currently making templates. So if you ever, I'm trying to think of like videos that would show this. So if you ever seen like people talking about like graphics card increases in pricing, or anything that you have to chart that you're showing while you're talking, an increase or decrease of, a value of some type, if it's, showing temperature going up. Actually, now that I think of that, I just thought of a new one that I should do. Instead of, because all of mine are left to right or they're circles, I should have them go from like bottom to top. Like animations. It could be an animation. I don't bake in any animation, so they're all keyframeable with this progression bar. But so like, let's say, over the duration of the stream, you could have like something that is consistently like increasing, showing the end of it. If you're waiting for something to get up to temperature, this could be that sort of thing. I've seen it in the past, and it'd be kind of funny to use this for, but like an angry bar, like if someone's poking fun at someone else, there's like a bar like showing the guys like getting madder and madder. The code itself is so I already created all of these, and now I'm going in and setting up all of the parameters so that they are in like a proper order and that everything's labeled correctly, so that when the end user goes to use them on like the edit page, everything is properly labeled. So if I come over here and let's say like the free templates that I have on my website, right? All the titles. If I was to bring one of them in and we go over to it, what's up with my playhead here? I have like these all in like little like folders or tabs or whatever it may be. So you drop it down for the main title. Now let's actually see this title. So we have like the main, let's get some more space here. We have like the main title, which is the main title here. We change the font, whatever it may be. And then we have like the subtitle, that little title that's inside, right? And then the box and the box color and everything. So I'm just setting up all of the stuff that the user would see and be using. And it's a lot easier to do it with code. Where the code is, it's just Visual Studio Code. It's a Microsoft product. Mine just looks different because I have like a theme on it, and then I use like a custom font and stuff. But yeah, it's just called, a lot of people just call it VS Code or Visual Studio Code. Yeah, I ended up using this a long time ago just because of like the get is so easy. And I can then just put everything into my... When setting up a macro in C++ or Notepad++. Isn't C++ a language and Note++ is like a text editor? Can its performance be broken? So all of the stuff that I'm working on right now is just using tools that are in DaVinci Resolve. So it isn't everything that I'm doing in the settings file is stuff that you can do within DaVinci Resolve. And it's only using inputs that Fusion itself is using. So I'm not making any custom code. I'm not making... how would I word that? I'm not making anything that isn't already built in DaVinci Resolve. But this is like a template or a macro for how the tools in Fusion will operate once this is run. So this is just a set of instructions for DaVinci Resolve to make a Fusion comp and what all the settings need to be for all of the different inputs in the Fusion comp. So that it's all automatically, it's a one button click, and then all of these parameters are put into a comp. All of the proper nodes are assembled. They're all linked up correctly. That's all it's really doing in the background. So it's not like super custom code that you would be running on the graphics card or anything like that. But with all Fusion comps, if someone puts a series of nodes that could be done, all the parameters that are done in like 15 nodes could really be done in one node. Well, that's extra processing that has to be done because that image has to get passed through 15 different instead of one, modifying that image 15 different ways before it spits it out to the next node. So there are ways that you could, or that macros could be like really bad performance wise. Yeah, it really comes down to how you set up your node trees and, are you using the fewest nodes as possible? At least with not like extremely high-end stuff. Because I feel like any system, for the most part, can crunch through the amount of nodes that we're working on here. I'm just working on anywhere from like 5 to 15 nodes, which isn't really a ton of compositing. Okay. After all of that, where am I at now? So I have 6 open right now. Did I finish 6? Let's take a look here. Okay, nothing over there. I already had the comment put in. So this is actually looking like this is completed. Yeah, so that's done. So let's go off to the next one. 7. Okay, so this one is pretty much the same. The only difference... Oh, gosh, I have some stuff on wrong pages. The only difference with this... Well, one, I don't have any of my controls here. But there's just a drop shadow here, right? So it just adds a little bit of depth there. This one is in, like, really bad shape. Okay, let's reopen this one. Okay. You're still here, Dave. How have you been doing? All right, so I need to, let's go into bar. We actually need those. We can actually grab the, yeah. And then, is there anything else I need here? I do need the outline. Border style? Border style, what? Border width, that's what I want. Ooh, that's in the wrong one. I think that's everything. Alright, let's save that. And then we'll reopen it over here. Few more nodes. A couple of them are on the wrong page. That's fine. We'll change that real quick. There's your problem. Right there's your problem. Okay. Why is this still here? What is still over there? Yeah, you. Controls. So that's correct. But then what the heck is going on over here? All right, so let's try that again. All right, there it goes. Now it's out of there. I was over this weekend. I use there's some stuff that I really want to make videos about that I have a genuine interest in. But then, you know, this particular channel is just mainly video editing stuff. So I was thinking about like opening up another channel with stuff that I'm personally interested in. So over the weekend, for my house, I use Home Assist for automations around the house and stuff like that. And yeah, I was in VS Code quite a bit over the weekend. And it was definitely overall fun to be doing this stuff, but I wish I could like share that kind of stuff. I just don't feel like, at least, you know, the people that watch me here wouldn't really have much of an interest with that. So I guess my next question is then, so I don't know what controls in a drop shutter that I would actually want to have if I did have controls. Do I just throw all the controls in? I don't know. I guess maybe I just do. I just, you know, whatever. What number are we on? 7? So we have this drop shadow. Legacy comp internal. Interesting. Dummy parameters. Man, you can see stuff here that they like just never pulled out. Ignore outfit channel. It's funny that they always want to make everything that they make in DaVinci Resolve backwards compatible so that you can always go back to it. But then it's just funny to like look in some of these tools and see like random things written here. Okay, so let's grab all of this. I think that's everything for this. Was there anything else in a... Can I still open this? I think that's everything, right? In the drop shadow stuff. Okay, so we'll just do that. Save it. .3D stuff, oh man. I would personally, I've done a little bit of 3D, but I don't know my way around it as well. So I personally wouldn't be very confident in doing that, but it's like I do enough just to get by for any projects that come my way. How do you decide? Well, that's completely up to you. I mean, you have to say, okay, I think that this parameter is a necessary parameter. That one isn't a necessary parameter. Those are things that you have to decide what you think, you know. I say I do everything that I could see myself needing in the future. But then you also don't need every single parameter. You don't need to have, like, every node has every single node, right? They have a blend, right? They all have a blend setting. The user doesn't need a blend setting for every single parameter. Like, so that kind of stuff you don't need to bring over. So that I can confidently say you don't need. But it's really up to whatever you think is going to enable a user get from start to finish using whatever the macro that you are creating. And you don't want to also overwhelm the UI with so many different parameters that when they sit down, it's, you know, 20 minutes just to figure out what each parameter does. So labeling parameters is typically a good thing as well. Okay, so we'll open this back up again. Actually, you know what? I gotta close this and then don't save. We'll reopen this. Oh gosh. So with the 3D stuff, are you like creating 3D stuff and then bringing like the EXRs into DaVinci Resolve and then kind of meshing both worlds of post together, showing people how to like that workflow and how it works? So all of this stuff here is all drop shadow stuff. So what I think is I need to do I don't know how to represent shadow drop. Okay, so this all kind of makes sense if I keep it all together and then bring this stuff up. And let's get the heck off of this freaking page. That would be great. All right, do that. Do a little save. Oh, for sure. You know what I've learned with the stuff that I've created online is even if it's complicated, and most people won't make it all the way through from start to finish just because of how complicated it is, the flashier it is, the more interest there is. Even if it's not practical for their day-to-day, for some reason I've noticed that if it's super flashy and not realistic to consistently do in all of their day-to-day projects, for some reason there's always so much more interest in that stuff. Even if it could be, hey, I'll teach you guys how to save an hour every single day in your workflow by doing these 10 steps. They'd rather watch the super flashy stuff. At least that's kind of been my experience. Okay, so what am I doing right now? I'm moving all of the drop shadow stuff to the bottom. I then need to bring the color down. All right. Yeah, isn't it funny how that works? How do I fix code that's in one line in C++? I don't do anything in C++, so I'm not entirely sure. All this code is all Lua. Alright, so we're gonna take all of the background 1 stuff. We're gonna bring that down to below progression. Okay, so now that I've done that, then I want to take all of the drop shadow stuff. And we're going to bring that down here. All right, so we have the width. I love dynamic sizing of the actual progression bar inside of the main bar. Okay, so we do that. We have the corner rotate. Okay. We have the progression from start to finish. Perfect. Look at that. All right, and then what? Am I missing anything here? I think that's everything. Right, this one doesn't have any text. Down here we have all the drop shadow controls if you really want to mess with the drop shadow stuff. Oh yeah, that's going off. Wait. Oh, that's going up. So I have to change this. Border width has to come above the border color. Okay. So border width and just put it above the current color, so right here. All right. From 0 to 100 over time. So there's a bunch of different reasons I can go into the development of these and why I wouldn't do it the way that you're saying. So one people, depending on what their project is, and I've learned this because I always wanted to create things that were super simple for people to use and that didn't have really many controls, right? And one thing that if I set stuff up to go from start to finish, every time that they put that on the timeline, it's always going to have the same progression bar. And the length of the progression bar, I can actually show you because I have some that are like that. I think they're installed on here. We will see. Okay, so here we go. Right, so if I put this on, these were like how things used to be made. Over the course of that time, no wait, these aren't the ones I wanted to show you. Okay, so the universal bars, that's what I want to show you. Okay, so I had to change these a couple of times. And before, they used to be like these universal bars, right? Or the progression bars, right? Where it would just start and then over the course of it, let's turn it off. It's trying to render the others. Okay, over the course of it, it would just automatically do that, right? But what if you're talking about something like halfway? And so you're talking a little bit and then you want to then redo it. Well, anytime that you cut these, it's going to start the bar over again, and this one's going to come to the end, and then this one is then going to should start over again. Not sure what's going on there. Or so I thought it would. But anyways, depending on how long you make this, it's always going to automatically change the length of that, and that's not something that you always need. The other, that's not something that is always best suited for every project, because you could be, talking about something and then you're pausing and then coming back to it, and you want the progression bar to be wherever your story's going. And so the other thing too is I can show you one of the previous ones that is all kind of done. So like this one, let's say you wanted to do something where you were showing the progression of like start to end on building a staircase, whatever, right? So here you can, pick where you're at when you're talking about it, and you can keyframe it, right? So that makes sense, right? But what if you want to use this, but you don't want it to just be a percentage? Maybe you want to talk about the the graphics card market. And so you want this to represent money. Well, then you just remove the end and you say, okay, this is going to now represent money. But all right, so now this is representing money, but maybe now you want to do something about fuel prices, right? So now we're kind of doing the same thing, but the big thing, if you're in the US at least, fuel prices change by cents, right? So, this week it could be 10 cents more, next week it could be 10 cents more, and so on. So, but this is only showing a dollar amount, right? Right, so it's only showing a dollar amount. So let's throw some decimal places in there, right? So I can put 2 decimal places in there for cents. So now I can show the progression of that over time, right? And the amount that it's changing. Well, maybe whatever I'm showing, maybe I'm showing like a supercomputer. Like there was a video that I just watched today of Linus Tech Tips. They were talking about $1 million system, right? So, but maybe my system's not that expensive. Maybe it's $2,000, right? So I need to be able to make an endpoint that would represent that, right? Of the amount, right? So now this ends at 2,000, but maybe the starting for the budget wasn't 0, so I want that to be $10, right? So now it starts at 10, and it will still go to 2,000. It doesn't go to 2010, it just goes to 2,000. So that's where you kind of need to throw a little bit of math in there to not have it just so 0 to 100, if that makes sense. Hopefully you followed there. Yeah. All right, so I think I finished this. I think this is completed. Okay, it's not completed. Yep, no problem. Okay, so I need to, that's what I need to do here. So, in, what the heck is it default? What is it called by default? It's called border width. Okay. And then what does it get called? Oh, jeez. Okay. So now I go, oops. Now into the circles. And this one has a couple of different parameters because there was one thing that I was thinking about doing, and maybe some input from more people would help with this, but I have it set up so that it goes clockwise, right? So, oops, that's not what I wanted. Wait, do I have this? I'm using the wrong control there. Oh no, it's over here. Progression. Okay, so I have a control that allows me to go clockwise, but do you think it would be necessary to ever go counterclockwise? I didn't know if that would be like something that would be critical to have. So I have it that it goes clockwise, and then maybe you want the starting point to be somewhere else. So we can then change the starting point to be somewhere else. Right? I don't know if you ever need to go counterclockwise though. And I want to take the default out of USD. I probably should have done that a while ago. I don't like that. USD. So let's bring over these settings here over onto this controls. Yeah. I don't know if it would mess anything up, dude. I haven't had these open in a while. Let's go over and actually look. I think it's these. It is. Okay, so I can just add it on. It's just a flip in the transform. I forgot. Okay, I'm just gonna add it. It's a super simple flip, right? So why not? I forgot that they go back. I worked on this like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so And do all of them have transform 1? Because I typically like to do that to make it easy. This one doesn't. And why doesn't this one? Oh boy. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this one will be slightly different in its call. This will be merge 1 instead of thing, but see the one that we're working on now. Okay, so this one is just going to be merge 1, and then later I guess I go to a transform. Okay, so I can just do, what is this? Merge 1, flip horizontal. Okay. I think I'll just throw it in there, just, you know, make it easy. And it's 1 extra line, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Because I don't need an email in between those. You know, the random time that someone says something, I'm like, oh, I could have just put that one line in at that one time. Okay, so to do this, we'll just go into here and we'll go into here. And then we'll go open. No. Because you do make a point that there might be the possibility of someone actually wanting it. So it was in the merge 1, and then we will do this, and we'll just call it flip and leave it like that. Okay, and then we will go close and save, and then open this up, and we'll close this one because that's old now. Open it back up again, and there we go. Now we have it. A little button. Okay. So let's bring all this stuff back onto the proper page. And I got to go back and change the $USD and remove that so that it's just a %sign. One of these days I actually have to go on to Epidemic Sound and make a longer playlist because I feel like I keep looking over and having to change music. Alright, so we will grab controls, come over to here, and let's look for something that isn't on the correct page. Right now it's on the settings page, so that could be like 4 different things, aka common. Alright, there we are. Now everything is on one page. Fantastic. Okay, so we have the position. The size of it. Oh, that's wrong. All right, let's go back and see what that's supposed to be. It's obviously not supposed to be that. It's probably supposed to be... No, wait. Border width, not width. Border width. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay. And this is just called border width? Yep, it sure is. What is that in main? Main input length, instance of main. Main, border width. We'll grab that and come up here to width and change it to border width. But what is its default? Okay, its default is like some crazy number. So we'll just change that quick, and we will copy and go back over to the testing one. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so now the other thing that I want to do is change this name equals perfect. Okay. $sign and USD. USD. Change that percentage. Come up here. Remove. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Let's get rid of something first and then add. Okay. All right. We got some weird naming going on up there. Color, great. Background color, fantastic. Why isn't there an alpha here? That's probably an issue. Come on, man. How did I mess all of this up? So there's an alpha here, and then there just isn't one down here. Fantastic. So we'll copy that. Let's see what the last number is, 24. We'll come into the main instance. Hopefully this one isn't instance as well. I doubt it is. We'll grab that. We'll put that in. And I don't know what the default is. It's probably 0.2. Control group 4. This is saying 6. What number was it? 24. So make this 25. Copy. Okay, now that's there. Is that everything? Okay, I want the font and all these controls to be at the top to kind of match the other stuff that we were working with. The color, these two colors all the way down to the bottom. And then I think we're good. Okay, let's go up to the top. We'll grab this. Yeah, see, it's only playing like one song. All right, and let's go down to color. Right before font. Take all of that, bring this down here. All right, I think we are all set there. Position, width, progression. Ooh, I almost think that those should probably be together. So maybe position width, move them up. Yeah, progression width, move those up. Size? No. Out. And then where are we going up to? All right. I think we are all set on this one. The only other things that I want to do that's kind of annoying me is taking all of this out. Okay, I think that one is completed. Let's see how disastrous this one is. Oh geez, there's a lot of stuff on this one. Why is there so much stuff? I appreciate it. Have yourself a good evening, sir. Wait a second. I didn't know that that is going to move those pieces. I don't know how I like that. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that interesting to do? I think that one is like, that's not correct. Like, how was that even happening? Because position's cloned, that's why. So if I unset this, come into here, I de-instance that. Now it's not enough, okay. Huh. I don't know what the difference when something is instance versus de-instance, what it looks like up here. But let's see. Do I have to like copy all of this to be able to see the instancing? I don't see anything that's standing out to me stating that something is instanced. Is there just parameters missing that then represents it being instanced? I'm not following here. Okay, so the main. I do not know. Oh, wait, copies. Oh, no. That's not what I was looking for. I'm not really connecting the dots here. I can't tell what. Like within that, what is representative of something being instanced? Wait, why'd that copy? Okay, so it still understands it being instanced, but I don't know how that's represented here. There's nothing specifically that stands out that would show that. Just naming, like that's kind of all I can really. Okay, so it's sourcing main. No, wait, maybe this is it. Sourcing main. So these are, I don't freaking know, dude. I don't have time for this. So what we'll do instead is we'll just come over here. I have like no idea what I'm doing right now. Alright, so we want to come down here. So I'm going to grab all of this. Paste it. And hope for the best. Alright, so it kind of worked. Now let's see. Okay, it worked. I'll have to figure out like what that is supposed to be representative of and how to be able to see one from the other. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with me. You're welcome. Hopefully you're starting to feel more comfortable in DaVinci Resolve and stuff that you like wanted to make, you're now able to. It's good to hear though. So I got one question. Is studio version money worth? I would say yes, and the reason being is because up until this point, it didn't matter it didn't matter when you bought DaVinci Resolve, like a license. It has worked with every version of DaVinci Resolve. So if you bought DaVinci Resolve 12, you automatically got every single other version for free. There's nothing written saying that you will continuously get that, but it's been that way, and I don't see why they would stop it. And so with that, it's like a one-time fee, and then you consistently get all of the updates and everything. Now you could say, oh, I can just use the free version. Yes, you could. The benefits with the studio version is kind of depends on how much you use an editor and if you deem, the stuff worth it. So having the ability to do GPU rendering for your final project, depending on how long your projects are, the render times could take an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, and being able to use the GPU for the rendering sometimes can speed that up substantially. There's also a lot of stuff within the different effects that you can use on like the color page, being able to use like the magic mask and stuff like that. So there is a bunch of stuff within DaVinci Resolve that I deem it as worth the money. I think it really comes down to how often you use it, and is it going to save time? Because I feel like for most people that don't use DaVinci Resolve that much, that time saving is one of the big things. Or the other is if you like any of the features that come with Studio that you would actually use. So it's kind of like a no-brainer in comparison to a lot of the other editors that are out there that are paid editors, because this is a one-time price and then you get it. If you are in the market to buy a camera, I don't know which cameras it's still packaged with, but some of the Blackmagic lineup also comes with a license of DaVinci Resolve. So I think that the Pocket camera at one point had it, and then I think they stopped having it come free with the camera. I believe that the Ursa cameras still have it if you're going for a bit of a bigger camera. And I don't know if their speed editor package deal still exists. But I know that there's some other ways to get a full license without buying it directly. You can buy it, by buying other stuff. You would get it that it gets packaged with it. So take a look at that. That whole market's always changing. So I don't really keep up with it. I just kind of, since I have a license, I just kind of roll with what I have and not super concerned with the other stuff that's out there. Blackmagic also sells it on their website. Before, you had to buy it through like a third party. And the big thing that I would always tell people is, because if you go to eBay and you look up, so there's two different ways that you can get the license. You can get it with a key, or you can get it with a dongle, which is like a USB stick that you plug into your system. There's pros and cons to both of those. And so if you jump from computer to computer to computer, having the dongle is the way that you want to do it. And so you just have your license, and then all of the systems, if you're working in an environment that has like a bunch of editing systems, you can just plug your license in, and then you can start using DaVinci Resolve. Or if you are just using one system, you can get a key and the serial number that can work on two systems at one time. So you could have your main system, and then you could have like a render system. So your main system you can edit, and then if you want to dive into the weeds on how to do like network rendering, you can actually, from your main editing system, send it to the other system that has the same license, because you can have it on two systems, and have that system render it while you're working on another project. So your system's not getting bogged down by the render job. So they do offer that as well. Oh, the website thing. I was telling people not to buy from places like eBay and things like that, because there were actually like fake dongles that you could buy. And from what I was reading on the Blackmagic forums and on Reddit, the people that were buying those, it was working with that current version that was out. So you would get it, it would work with that current version. And then once a new version came out, it wouldn't work anymore. So I don't really know, how those work. I just say just buy it from a third party that's listed on their website, but now they offer it, you can buy it directly from them. So I would definitely go that route. And dealing with issues with the license or whatever, you can then speak directly with them and not have to go through like a third party with whoever you bought it. It's also nice to help out local businesses if there is like a camera shop that you always use and they are a dealer. It's always nice to help local companies out. So really up to you, but there's lots of options, and I would definitely recommend getting it if it would help with saving time. That's always like a big thing for me. Okay, now took a little break there, got some coffee, good to go again. Now I'm working on this one. This one has a lot of different colors. And now that I'm looking at this, I kind of don't like this. And so I think I'm going to have to name all of these. Okay. So someone actually might want to change all these colors. So now I have to change all of these labels so they're representative of what's going on here. So let's go up. Are we on the right one? We're on 2. Yes. If anyone has any questions, what I'm working on, or DaVinci Resolve Fusion, welcome to ask. Okay, let's work on one of these at a time. So I'm just going to remove this, open this back up again, and then just change one color. So let's have this go back to black, or let's just do like a gray, sure. All right, so the first one that we're gonna do is what is this? I don't even know what to call that. So we're just not even gonna name that one yet. So input, what input is this? Input 10. Name. Background. Oh geez. That was, yeah. Okay, what is this? What is this one? 14. Large line color. Subgroups and macros. Not sure what that means, but give me 1 second. When you say subgroups and macros, are you talking about, so I'll go to my free templates, drop this on. Are you talking about these here? Is this what you mean by small subgroups? Okay, so yellow 18. I'm actually not using those. If that's what you mean by groups, let me know, and I can show you how to do it, but I'm not using them in this particular one. Although, having this many elements, I probably should. All right, what is this now? Yeah, that's what I mean. Those are referred to as labels. I can show you how to do them here in a second. So with any element or with anything in DaVinci Resolve, you can make your own inputs, right? So all of these are referred to as inputs. If I grab a element, these are inputs, right? Let me actually show you one that's a little bit further along. So my text inputs, they also have multiple inputs of their own, right? So you're gonna have multiple inputs. So those are, and what you're going to be making are referred to as labels. So to make any of the inputs, to make more inputs that do all sorts of different things, and you kind of have to say like what they are. But you come up here, you right click, and you go to Edit Controls, pick a name, whatever it may be, and then we come down here to the input type, and then we have Label Control. When you click on that, then we have over here, do we want it to show the little arrow that allows you to see that there's the ability to drop down? And then how many elements below this do you want it to hide? And so hiding means how many are you going to put inside of it. So if I come back over and I bring one of these down, this particular control, it's hiding one element, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe that that's 7. It could be more. Colors get a little weird because right here it will show one color, but you have to remember that each color actually has 4 different inputs. It has red, green, blue, and alpha, right? So even though it just shows 1 here, it has actually 4. So that's how you would do that. So you first have to create it on an element and then list it in your inputs for your macro. And then any elements that you want inside of that, you have to put below that label, if that makes sense. And then you can do that. If you have too many elements picked out, it will actually suck a label inside of it. So like, let's say I did 1 too many here. This bottom title label would actually be inside of the main title label, if that makes sense. So you can put that, you can kind of like group them inside of groups. So that's how you would do that. It's definitely a little bit of problem solving until you truly understand how it works. But that's how you do that. And then you get really nice, clean, menu items. Okay, so next, what is this called? 22? When you don't capitalize things. Okay. What else do I need to change here? Well, one, I need to get these over onto the other page. I need to bring this stuff up to the top. You're kidding me. I don't have a width control. And now that I'm thinking I don't have a width control, I don't even know if I have everything scaled. Actually, let's go over and look, because this one might be a static one, because I don't know about the inner edge and the outer edge. Oops, that's not what I want. Let's go in here. Do I have this working correctly? No, I do not. Okay, it's gonna be static. Oh, that sucks. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Just trying to think of like how I would be able to calculate that. So the border width from here to there, I think I could figure that out. That's more work than I want to do though. Alright, so we're just going to go in and it's just going to stay kind of static, at least in the size. Alrighty, so a couple of things that I want to grab here. I need to come back over here, make sure the setup is the same. So is the merge going to be the flip? Yep, it sure is. Okay. So we'll come back into here and we'll just type in flip because we need to grab this. as one of the controls. How many controls are we at here? 43, so this will just be 44. Alright, and then we need to take one of these control labels and switch this up. How far can we go up here? Change all of that. Copy that. And I'll throw this in. Alright, everything is on this page. We have the ability to flip and start amount, end amount. All of this is going to work. Great. USD, I want to remove that. USD. We'll put percentage and make that empty. Alright, and what else am I going to do? I want to move, actually, all of this is going to go to the top. So from input 30 all the way up. So we come in and we go up to input 30, all the way down, grab all of that. We're going to put this up to the top. Try that again. Alright, we didn't break anything yet. We have all of that at the top. The ability to flip here. Position. Is position fine there? What's that little bit of a stutter there? Interesting. Okay, anyways, I think we are completed on this. So I could change a couple other things. What is this one called? 2? Main color, and then what is this one called? 6? Small background color, sure. Alright. I think I'm happy with how that looks. Alright. I think we're happy on that one. Other thing I want to do. Alright. See how messed up the next one is. Alright, a bunch more labeling. Okay, a bunch more labeling. Gotta add in the flip. Let's quickly take a look at the main build. Flip is still done with the merge. Okay. Alright, so flip. What is our last item on here? 40. So we need to add flip in, and then we can grab control. Let's quickly do this. What else? That is all looking good. Now I just probably have to do order and labeling. Flip is working. All this stuff to the top, and then labeling. Alright, so where do we start here? 26. 26, all the way down. Take that out, put it up here. Grab our comment, I guess, for now. We should probably add the C in there if we want it to actually work. Alright, so now that we're there, save that quick, pull it over, and we'll add that on. Alright, other things. So now let's figure out what these actually represent. So that's main color. This is 1. Main color. What is this? This? 5? Okay, what else we got here? Colors that? 9. Guessing the next one is outside. I don't even see this changing color of anything. What? What is this supposed to be representative of? Wait, why? What? What is this doing? All right. Alpha of 17. What is? Why is this point main? What is the difference between 1 So this is changing the instance. I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay, we'll just go into 1. Or like, which one was this? Whoa, 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 whoa. $17. Sounds like some sad music. And then there's right position right above it. Oh, there is. Look at that. Wait a second. If these are supposed to be instances of one another, how is one not changing the other one? I'm so very confused. Whatever. We will, for now, just remove them. Hope for the best. this is the background color. Right. Is this all still working? Yep. Okay, so this one. 18. Background. Alright, so now that we've done that. Alright, I feel like I'm in a video game. I gotta change this music. 22. Okay, I think I'm finally done. Looking good. Flip. Main color. Tick mark color. Inside edge. Background. Outside edge. Well, that's super difficult to see. Okay. So I think we are good on all of that. Alright, this one is done. We are done on that one. Off to the next one. So for this one, we got the little, ooh, whoa. I didn't think about that. When you move position, it's not also moving my tick mark. I might have to come back to this because that's obviously something that I want to, keep because I worked hard for that. Huh. I just have to have those as two elements and then rotate them both together instead of using what I was previously using. Okay. Well, we'll skip that one for now. We'll come back to that one another time. What just happened? Okay, so it goes around, looking great. Is there a start? Oh, this one doesn't need the starting point because you can just, within the main thing, you would be able to change, you'd be able to rotate it, right? You'd be able to use the rotation to change it. So that's why I didn't put it in here. Okay. Alright, so let's get these all onto the proper page. Which one is this? 5, okay. Looking good. Alright, everything is there, nothing's over there. Alright, all this stuff's at the top, like I want it to be. Progression bar, grades, colors. What is this color? Okay, so some of these need to be moved around a little bit. Let's do that now. Okay, so what is this one? This one's input 16. So input 16. Same naming convention across everything, so we'll call it 6. Here we are. Take all of these, we'll remove them. Where should this go though? Just below, I guess. These doesn't really matter. What is this one? Okay, so that's the other edge. So right above that one. one was this? Oh, come on. This one's 28. Okay. So 28 right above. Where's 28 again? Alright. Now we can come back up and we can say, what is this one? 20? So 20 main color. I believe this one is the background, 24. And close that gap. Main background. Everything else is looking good. I don't think anything else needs to change here. Alright, I think that one is done. What I need to do is go to the top. Let's get this all into the main page. Same stuff over and over. Okay, then I guess color everything, main color, or label everything, I guess the better way to put that. What is this one? 17? What is this one? What? Oh, no. 21. So, we want to take this one here. Take that out. And put it up here. I believe that that's correct now. So we have main color, this is going to be the background color, yep. Inside edge, dude, I can't see this with this color. And then outside edge, yep. And what is this? Wait a second, wait a second. What am I looking at here? Ah. I don't even know what to call that. The inside background. But I can do the main background for now. What is that one? 25? Alright. I don't know what to call this. I don't know what to call it. 33. Okay, this one is done. This is the same, just without the edges. Colors. All right, let's get all the other stuff back onto this page.
Oh no. Anxiety creeps up on me. Is this how it's supposed to feel? Tell me when it's over. I got someplace that I gotta be. It won't leave. My friends say, get out of your comfort zone. It's a blessing in disguise. Get out of what you call home. Your name is written in the sky. It might feel just like you're on your own, but baby, it's another life.
So all this stuff moves up from font all the way down. What is this actually called? Put 10. 10 all the way down. And put this all the way at the top. Main color, background color, right? Yeah. Input 2. Position, fantastic. Where's my progression? Great. Okay. One more, and then I have to go back and edit that, but I think I'm going to be done at this point because I can't stand at this desk anymore. That one up. That's everything over. All this stuff is at the top, and these are below. Okay, so main color, background color, and then we are done. I would say 16 main, and then 20. Alrighty. End amount, start amount? Maybe I should start at whatever. I'm not gonna go through. Okay, we're looking good here. I think 6 was the one that I still have to work on. Okay, so I am happy where this is currently. I still need to fix that one with the little, I don't know what to call it, carrot, whatever, dial thing. And then I need to make thumbnails for all of them, and then set up all of the path for the thumbnails and the folder so that it can get put into a, I don't even know what they're referred to as, DaVinci Resolve effects pack, whatever, bundle, that's what they're called bundles. So I need to do that, so yeah, but I'm sick of staying, so I am going to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out, the people that are actually here. They're still hanging out with me, but I'm getting out of here myself. And yeah, so with that being said, see you guys. Peace.